understood, abuse is inevitable. Most couples who establish joint account, they don't establish a purpose for that account, and that is where failure begins from the onset. But if you establish the purpose and make sure that you follow through with the purpose of the account, then certainly the account will fulfill its objective. What is the purpose for establishing this account? Is it for the training of the children? Is it for the building of a family house? Is it for a future commitment in business? What are the purposes? Determine it from the onset. You can even establish a joint account for the running of your home. You can establish a joint account for that purpose. When you know the purpose for such an account, you don't stray out of the purpose. Some people, when they establish a joint account for the training of the kids, immediately a mother-in-law visits and they don't have personal money, they go to that joint account to pick money, to withdraw money to give to mother-in-law. That is straying outside of the purpose. But when you know the purpose and you maintain the purpose, certainly that account, the purpose of that account will be fulfilled. So the very first thing is to establish the purpose. Know the purpose and don't stray out of it. Now, what is the second reason? What is the second principle behind establishing a fruitful joint account? The second thing is to know precisely how much each of you as a partner is meant to contribute to the account. How much? If both of you are working or you are doing paid employment, you are receiving salaries, suddenly it becomes far easier because you can determine to put certain percentages of your income into that account. You may determine, for instance, 20% of your income. I said 20%, and I don't want you to stray out of 20%. Don't go beyond that, because each individual in the relationship has some certain personal needs that that income will serve. So don't give too much, so that you maintain the strategy. 20% is fine enough. That means if a husband perhaps is earning 100,000 and the woman perhaps is earning 70,000, it simply means that the husband is meant to bring 20%, which is 20,000, while the woman brings 14,000, which is also 20% of her income. That is what you bring into the joint account. If, for instance, the man is working and the woman is in business, then the couple may determine from the onset what 20% of the husband's income means and what possibly the woman can contribute in terms of raw cash, in terms of amount. So follow through with that. Determine from the onset how much each person will contribute to the joint account. And I tell you, if you do that, you see it working as it ought to be. Have you subscribed to this channel? I make this comment from time to time because many of us, we are missing a lot of things that we ought to know by not subscribing. Please click on that red button and get subscribed while I go into the third principle. What is the third principle? Determine from the onset the signatories to the account. Who are the signatories? Is it a joint signatory of both partners in the relationship? You may decide for joint signatories, so simply for the purpose of trust, so that nobody feels cheated in the process. If it is a joint signatory, fine, so that anytime you are pulling out money, it will be something that both of you have decided to do. Just in the same rhythm as you are putting in money, you can also decide to also, withdraw money with the same consent. But if, for instance, the man is a journalist or a business person, and the purpose of the account is for the running of the home, and as a journalist or a business person, he is never at home. He travels from city to city, from country to country, in pursuit of business, in pursuit of his assignments. Certainly, the woman that is at home looking after the kids, taking care of the kids, who know the needs of the kids from time to time, should be made the signatory to the account. So that any time that the kids' fees or things like that are needed, she can simply go to the account and withdraw money and settle the students' school fees. But that also means that at the end of every month, there must be a statement of account that will show to the husband precisely that this money is being judiciously utilized. So that is the third principle. Who exactly is the signatory to the account? Is it a joint signatory? Is it the man's signatory? Is it the woman's signatory? Perhaps they are building a family house and the man is an architect and he knows the right time to withdraw money for some certain assignment. Then certainly you can make the man the signatory to the account. But that also means that the man has to produce evidence to show that the resources in that account are being judiciously used. So that is the thing. Those three principles are very unique. If you apply them, it will work. Your joint account will work, and it will deliver its mandate. And of course, I will not fail to tell you also that discipline is required in the process. You must be disciplined enough so that you don't stray out of the purpose of that account. Because certain pressures may come upon their family that if care is not taken, you may overlook the primary purpose for setting up that account and you go there to withdraw money. No, be disciplined enough. That is why I say 20% set aside is enough. It's enough for the account. The other 80% can be utilized in meeting other commitments. So be disciplined. And consistency is also required. So that if a partner brings his own part of it, and the woman should also do the same. Because anytime either party fails in bringing something to the account, there's a tendency that the consistent partner could be discouraged and the purpose of that account may fail. So I believe if you can follow this, I tell you that your joint account will work perfectly. I encourage spouses to establish joint accounts. It makes a lot of difference. It makes a lot of difference. It brings financial prudence to the family. It brings discipline in financial management to the family. They begin to have joint visions, joint enterprise, joint objectives. It makes a lot of difference for a family that actually desire to go the distance. I thank God that you have watched this very particular edition, and I encourage you to stay tuned to this very channel, and subsequent editions, I know you will also enjoy it. I thank God for your family. I thank God for your marriage. I thank God for your children. I thank God for the grace of God upon your home. You are blessed. You are really blessed. Next week, I will come again. But before I go, please click on that red button, get subscribed. God bless you.